Hello and welcome YouTube, all you Masters fans. We are here today to do the UK and Ireland Masters 2022 live draw. I am joined by my Masters co-host, Matty P.
Hey, Lucky Sixes, how you doing, man?
Really good, really good. How are you?
Well, this is so exciting, isn't it? I mean, once every year, the eyes of the Ninth Aegisphere turn towards the British Isles to see which of the 16 contenders are going to come out on top. 16 men to enter. Only one can be the master. It's super exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been done before. It'll happen again. But as with all tournaments, whether they're as big as this or as small as a one-day, there is only one tournament organizer, and we are here today with Jordan. How you doing? Bladen. I tried so hard.
I've been called worse, so thank you. But I'll take some of what Matty P's on, most definitely. I'll have that on the cornflakes. No, thank you for having me. It's the countdown is on. We're just under a week away for Masters and Masters Open. So it's go time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's probably just worth saying a great big thanks to Jordan as well. Picked from a field of thousands to host the Masters, and you've done a super job, mate. And thanks very much for taking it on board. It's a monumental task, but you're the man that's up to it. So bravo.
Yeah, I think I was the only person stupid enough to apply, but no, thank you.
But from what I've heard, you're 100% enjoying it, right?
I'm loving it every second of it.
Good, man.
Every single second of it.
But yes, welcome to the viewers. But viewers, we are not alone. There is a voice behind us, behind the curtain, running the actual show. We're just here on the face of things. Hello, Hyper-G.
Good evening. I'm practicing being invisible.
Yeah. You're doing a very good job.
That is my job for the Masters weekend. I'm floating around, hoping to be a man on the ground as usual. Trying not to get in the way. The players will not know I'm there, but you guys will hear from me whenever I'm called on.
No, very much so. And you've kindly done this lovely screen that we can see in the little TV box on your screen, viewers, using TTS.
Yes, Tabletop Simulator, which is a favourite for the live draws that we do. Just making some player cards with some very cool pictures that Lucky Sixes has come up with, and the players have obviously provided. So thanks to them for doing that.
Very much so. Yeah, all the players as well have been really super cooperative in everything. Obviously, if you're wanting to look at lists and stuff, or hear them, maybe more specifically, Matty and the Paired Weapon Podcast have done a wonderful pod, literally an hour after the submission, right?
Well, literally, they came out at midnight, and we four witches all came together on Blasted Heath with Kev, myself, Dan Thomas, and Johnny Crass out in California. And it was live on the internet. We're sorry about the production quality. We didn't have a lot of time to edit, so hopefully you'll enjoy that.
It was we had obviously the schedule, and I didn't think you would do it. It was so close. It was so close, but you pulled it out of the bag, my friend.
Well, it was. I'm not saying it wasn't without casualties, because many Bothans died to bring us this information. But it was. It was great fun. It was great fun, and I think there's some really cracking lists out there. Much more importantly, it's going to be an absolutely stomping Masters.
Yeah, no, it was a good listen, to be fair. And while we're talking schedule, just before we get into it and crack into the thing that you're all here for, there is a schedule for anybody that doesn't know for the Masters and Masters content. I'll just put it on your screen, bing, like that, and go check out all these podcasts and YouTube channels, just like Wes with you, Jordan, who just did the Masters Open draw literally 5 minutes ago. You're everywhere, man.
Yeah, I am like a bad smell.
So, we could probably crack on, right, guys? As you can see on the screen, we have our 16 competitors in the card format. Above them, you have two sacks. Should we put them in sacks? I think sacks. is probably
Sacks
a good
or
thing.
bags?
Sacks or bags.
So, guys, before we do, there's breaking news.
Oh, exciting!
I know. I've just been told how it is. And just a big thank you to Craig Johnson for not letting me finish typing to him. Kev Stonebanks shouldn't be in the top 8. Top 8.
There we go.
So Kev needs to swap for the next highest ranked player to go into this seeding.
Easily fixed, because our man behind the screen will just move some cards around. So, okay. Yeah.
So breaking news. I've just been told. So how exciting!
So he goes last. So Kev goes last, does he?
Kev can go into his. Kev goes basically into the bottom 8. Sorry,
yeah,
Kev.
Sure.
And the next person up in the rankings goes over
Perfect.
there basically.
Look at this.
Look at that, absolutely seamless. And I know for one that Kev will literally be, as we speak, climbing the walls. And there's a message from him right now.
It won't matter too much. Yeah, it won't matter too much when he plays Mark, right? Anyway, so that'll be how it works. But all done. So the players on the left are the seeded players. It's all official and correct now. And the players on the right are the quote unquote unseeded. The players on the left go in the left sack/bag. Players on the right go in the right bag, and we'll give them a shuffle just before we draw them. We'll draw them table by table as well, so we'll do the matchups as they come. And otherwise, feel free to comment in the comments, guys, what you think of the matchups and everything.
Do you know
like
what?
that.
Just off the top of my head, if you take that top 8 seeded players against those so-called, the lower seeded players, I'm not sure that there aren't some better players on the right than on the left. There's some very, very strong players over there.
Italy have got through in qualifying, sort of jobby, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
it's there's all sorts of fantastic players in both sides of this draw.
The big curveball, especially, is Mr. Mikey Newman. Who, spoiler alert, I've got to win this year's Masters.
Ooh.
So him being down there is it could be a spanner in the works as soon as the top.
Absolutely, and let's not forget my dark horse, the Che, Master of Disaster. I've got him. He's my boy. Go boy.
Couple of
take him down.
Couple of hashtags going on him, depending on whether you like him or not, I guess. Right, shall we go?
Shall we bag them?
Let's bag them.
You flirt.
Let's bag them up. We'll bag the seeded players first into the left sack.
There's an 8 on the left bag. Left sack.
Give it a shuffle, please, sir.
Shake my bag.
Shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. There is 5 shuffles. Get that.
5 shuffles. There we go. And we'll put the unseeded into the right sack. There's euphemisms all over this place, isn't there? Really.
So good.
Consider them all bagged. And we will have 1 shuffle, 2 shuffles, 3. Is it tedious yet? 4.
Not at all. In any way, shape, or
5.
form.
There we go. 5 shuffles for each bag.
There we go. So
this is where they come out in exactly the same order.
Right. We officially blame TTS from here on in, right? There's a disclaimer for any copyright or whatever issues, right? What we'll do is we'll do it from the left sack first, right sack second, and that'll be the first.
I can't take it.
It's all right,
Come on, focus, man, focus.
Yeah, we've
professional.
We've shuffled both sacks as well, so don't worry about it. Feel free, guys, if you're in the comments as they're coming out, saying whether it's a good matchup, bad matchup, or if you're one of the players as well. I know some of them are watching. Who you want when you come out, or if you want him who comes out, sort of thing.
Staff, those sacks looking for, mate.
Yeah, you need to start emptying your sack, Staff.
That's true.
Well,
definitely. We should start.
Let's go.
You know me so well.
Good luck, everybody. Before we do, this is all the official draw and everything. Everything will go up and
best of luck, guys.
Later. But
definitely. If you see my hands in front of the screen, it's because I'm, as we're doing this, adding them in onto Tawny Keeper. So it's all done.
Yeah. So all that will be there. There's lots of matchup stuff done by podcasts and things. But like I said, we are here for the main event. And Hyper G, empty your left sack.
Oh, I've moved the sack.
Oh no! But
Yeah. It's all right, don't worry, we're okay. Oh, there we go.
Tanker! Mr. Adam Jones is first.
Highborn Elves, massive shock. Tanker taking Highborn Elves. Obviously with the moniker of MSU, but going with something completely unexpected. I wonder who he'll be playing.
There you go.
Mr. Ali Parron.
Oh, Orcs and Goblins. Wow. Okay, that's an interesting one. Straight off the bat.
Straight off the bat, Orcs and Goblins versus High Elves. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. The numbers game, right? For the Orcs. Next up.
Yeah, Jordan, happy for me to move on? I know you're
Go for it, guys. Go for it, guys.
There's so much tech going on in this. Mr. Hugh Scarlin. So Hugh
so that's KOE. Yeah, with the new book. How exciting.
I'm very excited someone took them. I thought there'd be more, but I guess it's models, right? But yeah, very excited someone took them, at least to the thing.
With a world of auto sergeants, we're all going to find out whether or not Dr. Dan is correct about how great they are.
Yeah, man. And obviously, number one ranked player. Well done.
Oh, lordy. It's only Mikey Newman with his Vampire Covenant.
How interesting.
Ding dong.
Mikey.
That is going to be absolutely epic. That's a good old punch up there. I don't know how to call that. I really don't. That will be quite something.
Yeah, man. I guess the armor, right, is the biggest issue for the old vampires. I mean, some pretty good magic to go with it, but yeah. Oh, that's going to be good. That's going to be a tasty one for round one for sure.
No alchemy. I don't think that Mikey's got either, has he? So,
Cosmo and Evo. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, you'll do well to beat that as a round one matchup. Very good. Very tasty.
Yeah. Whatever that's supposed to be.
Mr. Mark Greensall on one of his two cats. As I asked him directly, in this picture he submitted, there was two cats. I didn't ask where the tuna was. That was the only thing. Mark Greensall, number one. Yeah, well, so only... Please, no, please be Kev, because then it doesn't matter.
It's dwarves.
But dwarves.
Big dragon versus cannons.
Yeah,
I bet Haristo's literally running laps through the room now.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about Haristo's cannons. Obviously, we've got Mark's list on the screen just there for anybody quickly watching. But a lot of people talking about these cannons and how many monsters are in this Masters. So if we quickly go over to Haristo's list, obviously the dual cannon, the catapult as well, could be potential.
I love Haristo's list.
Oh, mate.
I had some good conversations with him about it. It is, it's fantastic.
Yeah, all the King's Guard, no kings, right? They're all kings in the dwarf size. But yeah, very interesting. So, can the cannons win their day? I think is a big one there. Next one.
Cluesy, Warriors of the Dark Gods. Cluesy's obviously part of the Clues brothers out of Oxford. First Masters tournament. I'll be interested to see who he gets. Oh, Sylvans.
Mr. Josh Burns.
Well, that's obviously going to be a rush job, isn't it? So it's going to be hey diddle diddle straight up the middle for the Warriors, and it's going to be traditional bouncing around for the Sylvans. That could be over quite quickly.
Little side note: Josh Burns, what else? I genuinely love his army list so much, just because of 2 units of 8 Brown Maidens. I think that's solid. Yeah, they're just so good.
No, absolutely, and nice to see an Eagle King out there as
and
well.
It's hard to pin those guys down as well. You know, he could easily be bouncing in behind the Warriors rush list.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, no, very interesting. So halfway done. Some good juicy matchups already. Second half to go. Jakey boy in his costume. So that's obviously the ID then. Dr. Dan Thomas's absolutely perfect list. So it's I think it might be hard work for whoever's coming out of staff sack. It always is. But Ed is the one this time.
Ed Murdoch, Demon Legions. Okay, so it's the all scouting deployment shenanigans tastic. That might work quite well, actually. I think that might be quite interesting because ID not the most mobile list on earth, and Ed's got all the options here. I can't see Ed dropping. I can't see Ed dropping first on that one. So
no, absolutely not. But yeah, no, right. Yeah, we're getting to the crux of it. Any guesses? Mr. Jeff Keeling.
Okay, so that's Jeff. Yeah, Jeff with his beast turds. It's the all chariot. It's the it's the Italian job that does Ninth Age. So we're all looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping an elf player comes out here.
It could be a beast turd Civil War.
Oh, Beast off.
There you go.
Oh, he's called it. He's called it.
Oh, Staff. He's got the inside track because it's Axel Vicious himself. So it's going to be Chariots versus Minotaurs. Well, that game ain't lasting 3 hours, is it?
Oh, mate, that'd be the quickest. So, right, we've already got our first interview then, because they'll be done in about 10 minutes on the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Know who this is?
You can barely see him through the trophies on that one.
Never heard of him.
I think Jordan's got this saved on his screen as a screensaver, right? This picture.
Yeah, it's my background.
Yeah. Obviously taking Dread Elves this year.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise, I think, for the meta. I think a lot of people were thinking that he might be running with the Warriors, despite the patch-up balance. But, Dread as it is. And a very interesting super mobile list as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and Jack Payne, yes. Who is? Am I wrong in thinking he's on Warriors again?
He is on Warriors. So
yeah, he's on
Craig,
Warriors again. Yes, yes, that's right. He's got the Exalted and the Ancestor, hasn't he?
Yeah,
so, crikey, that's interesting because what we've got now is the Cudgel versus the Rapier. Isn't it? We got you've got sledgehammers versus scalpels. Oh, and all sorts of.
Can you do that exact metaphor but in horse terms?
Okay, we got a shy horse versus a Western cutting horse.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes. I'm so down for that pod, by the way. That Paired Weapons Extra, the horse hour, right? And I mean, in terms of the draw, we're on our last one. This should be the last two people. Otherwise, we're doing it all again. Mr. Luke Williams with, by the way, you need your hair like that.
Yeah, you've got to play with it like that.
And
of course, that's good to see the UD back in town, isn't it? And there's my boy. There he is. Well, here's another hyper-aggressive matchup. So it's going to be the UD punch list versus Chain of Master Disaster with his Warriors dum-dum pushing forward list.
You don't know how glad I was that was a different.
Yeah, right. No, absolutely. So all the matchups are there. I'll just quickly show you Che's list before we crack on. But yeah, matchups are there for all to see. Very interesting. I think my pick, I said it very early on, is Hugh v Mikey. That's going to be one hell of a game, number one. But some other matchup-wise, very, very interesting.
I think there's some really interesting matchups there, mate. I mean, to be honest, you know, I mean, it's just a ninth age smorgasbord, isn't it? You could go anywhere and have a look. I think the Master versus Jack. I think that will be really interesting. The Beast herds off on table 6. I think that's going to be a really good one as well. You know, my boy down there on table 8, but not for long. And also, I'm really interested to see how the Sylvans go on with Josh as well. I think he might be an interesting watch. Certainly, Dan Thomas was very impressed by his list.
No, excellent. And yeah, so we're just about to go on to the deployment and objectives, which are for the rounds as well. These will basically was done from Jordan and released for the thing. So I'm putting them on your screens now. So we have round 1, which are all these matchups actually, as refused flank and secure target. So that'll be the old diag. Round 2 is frontline clash and breakthrough. Round 3, counter thrust and hold the center. Round 4, march in columns, capture the flags, and to finish, dawn assault and spoils of war. Round 4, march in columns. If anyone is drinking, that'd be a fun one, right?
Hopefully, well, I don't know, first thing on Sunday, there may be sore heads, there may not
That's what I
be.
mean, yeah. But yeah, so there you have it. I'll take this off your screen so we can see the matchups again. All this information, I imagine the deployments and stuff will be on the thread. The matchups and stuff will be on Tawny Keeper and
already on there.
Already on there, babe.
Yep.
And thanks very much to everyone coming on. You guys helping us out with the draw. Thanks to everyone for cooperating in terms of giving pictures and things like that. It's been really helpful. It allows us to create this sort of stuff. Thanks for people putting in the comments so that we're actually getting the stuff right. Appreciate that one, because that could have been an awkward draw. But before we go, I just want to let everybody watching know we have got a competition running all the way through all of the coverage that I showed you earlier with the schedule, all the podcasts, all the YouTube videos and stuff like that. We have a competition going that allows you to win some prizes. We do have some on the day as well, but I'll roll the VT so you can check out the competition.
And me, Maddie P, from the Paired Weapons Podcast.
The Masters competition is back. For your chance to win a selection of these prizes, including gaming accessories, 3D print vouchers, the Breach introduction game, and commissions from the Gobbo, simply answer this question. Which army was placed at the top of the latest tier list, released in December 2021? Was it Orcs and Goblins,
Demon Legions,
or Beast Herds?
To enter, simply send your answer to the following email address: pairedweaponpodcast@gmail.com. That's the pairedweaponpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to include your name, contact details, and your answer. Check out the Masters Review Show on the Proxy Table Gaming YouTube channel shortly after the tournament itself.
Thanks to all our partners and sponsors.
And good luck.
See you later. Okay, and we're back. Some really, really good prizes, as we've said all the way through, and some decent stuff to get your hands onto.
Absolutely. So if you haven't already entered the competition, make sure you get yourselves involved. Get that email sent off to pairedweaponpodcast@gmail.com and win yourself some swag.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we do have some more coming in, and some, I guess, surprises for the live coverage that we have going on next weekend. Wow, it's so close. Saturday and Sunday. The aim is for myself and Matty with a plethora of guests throughout the weekend.
Millions.
Yeah, absolutely. Which we've got a surprising amount, actually, considering most people are playing either in the Masters or the Open, or are us. So we've got a decent amount of people all over the globe as well, which is interesting. And so lots to talk about on the day. We're planning on live streaming one table from each of the rounds, where we'll be commentating, and we'll be showing you some stuff, have all the graphics and all that jazz as well. But also, Hyper-G, you're planning on being our man on the ground.
Absolutely. I think everyone's a little bit nervous the week before the tournament, whether or not they're going to be affected by worldly events, which we won't go into. But very much hoping to be there and enjoying myself watching the Masters at work.
Yeah, so no, like I said, hoping to do some commentary, some filling you in if you are not able to go for any reason and you want to be looking at the live coverage. We'll be there enjoying the show for sure. We'll grab Jordan every now and then to give a chat to you, but otherwise
can go for a smoking break.
Yeah, right. And hopefully have some other cool things to throw your way as well. So do tune in for that. All the videos, including this one, will be on the channel afterwards, after the live stuff. So you can do that as well. But I guess from my point of view, there is one last thing before we go.
So, just a little heads up to those with the painting competition. Obviously, there's the two prizes, one for Masters, one for the Open as well, which is a set from Artis Opus, which is amazing. But there's also another bigger prize, I think. Anyway, it's from Harder and Steenbeck. It's it's the Ultra 2-in-1 airbrush, which they've kindly given us for prize support. That will be for the overall best army at the event, which I will choose. Ooh. So it might not even be one which has won the votes.
Okay, so like an additional
there's everything to play for.
Judges' decision sort of thing.
Yeah, it's all to play for.
Oh, mate. No, that's a really cool prize as well. So
that's really awesome.
Yeah. Wicked. Loads of stuff. And I'm sure in the next week as well, there'll be more things to throw your way that we haven't even accounted for already. Like I said, do go and check those pods out. There's some amazing stuff being created by Paired Weapons and elsewhere as well.
Other pods are available.
Absolutely. All the stuff being pumped out now, everyone's putting a lot of work into and doing a great job of it. So I think Jordan, you're doing a good tournament so far.
Absolutely, well done, bro.
It'll get there. It'll get there. Come 5:30 Sunday evening. There might be some tears in the corner and a few cigarettes.
The tears will mainly come from your offer to paint everyone's army, right?
It was just Craig's, but he still hasn't. He still hasn't got back to me there, which is interesting.
Yeah. But no, thanks very much. Thank you, Hyper-G. That was wonderful. On the old TTS and stuff, making it look all pretty. Thanks to Jordan as well for joining us. I know your time is very precious, and you're on about 3 more pods tonight. So well done for that, squeezing us in. And Matty, thanks for joining me once again for another successful event.
Well, it's always a pleasure. Lucky Sixes, and this is really getting close now, isn't it? The hype's real. We are days away now, literally, and it's just going to be super exciting. I genuinely don't know who's going to take this out. I think it's going to be a really great Masters.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and if these matchups carry on going and producing some of these stuff, it will be one hell of a tournament for sure. But no, thanks very much. To you guys, thanks to you viewers as well for joining in, and any posts that come in after the live bit. We really appreciate it. Please, as I say, like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. It does help us. We're very close to 1,000 as well, and the kid in us are really excited. So we're going to push it a little bit just until we get that 1,000. So really helps us a lot, and keep the comments coming in as well. So comments on all the stuff that's been going. I'm sure you guys have had some stuff as well through. It's wicked hearing from you guys, and not just like speaking into a screen. So if you can comment, that it really helps us, and it's wicked when you do. So keep that up. Otherwise, we'll leave you to your lovely evenings, Sundays. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, viewers, and we will see you later.